Ever wanted to take photos that do more than just, capture a moment? Photos that actually tell a story? Well, today we're digging into how to do exactly that, pulling some amazing insights from Tom Eng's The Digital Photographer's Handbook.
We've all been there, right? You're standing in front of a scene that is just breathtaking, but when you pull out your camera and take the shot, it just doesn't have that same magic. So, how do you translate what your eyes are seeing into a really powerful photograph? That's the big question we're tackling.
I love this quote from the author Tom Eng because it gets right to the heart of it. This incredible, almost unbelievable power to create stunning visuals, it's not locked away in some $1,000 piece of gear. Nope. It's already in your hands, whether that's a big DSLR or just the smartphone in your pocket. Okay, so how do we unlock all that power? Well, the journey really begins with mastering the tool itself. Before you can start creatively breaking the rules, you kind of have to understand them first. Getting that fundamental control over your camera, that's the essential first step. One of the simplest but most overlooked skills is just holding the camera steady. It sounds basic, I know, but the handbook talks about creating a stable human tripod. All this means is leaning on a wall, a tree, whatever solid. Tuck your elbows in tight to your body. Support that lens from underneath. These little physical tweaks, they are your absolute first line of defense against blurry photos. A stable camera truly is the foundation for a sharp image. The key here is the mindset, really. Always be looking for ways to create more stability. It's all about being aware of your body and your surroundings to get rid of even the tiniest bit of camera shake. Here's a powerful challenge from the book for you. Could you change your camera's most important settings without looking, with your eyes closed? Because when you get to that level of muscle memory, something amazing happens. You stop thinking about the buttons and dials, and you start truly seeing the moment that's unfolding right in front of you, ready to capture it in an instant. So once that camera starts to feel like just an extension of your hand, you can focus on the real art, seeing like a photographer. This is where we make that huge leap from just taking simple snapshots to actually crafting compelling visual stories. This might be the single most important lesson in all of photography. Seriously, the subject, that's only half the story. It's your perspective, your choices, your vision. That's what turns a totally ordinary scene into an extraordinary photograph. You could have two photographers standing in the exact same spot, shooting the same thing, and they'll come back with radically different images, all based on how they chose to see it. Just take a look at these two images. They both started as simple photos of trees. But look at the difference in the story they tell. One feels all serene and mysterious, right? It pulls you into this natural world. The other one, it feels electric, totally surreal, almost like a piece of abstract art. That transformation didn't happen by finding a different spot. It was all about the artist's decisions, using color and tone to create a very specific feeling. And that kind of artistic transformation just goes to show you that a photographer's work isn't finished after the shutter clicks. Not anymore. In our digital world, the creative process keeps going long after the shot is taken. And the first big tool in this after-the-shot process is raw capture. Think of it like this. A standard JPEG file is like a finished, baked cake. But a raw file? That's all the raw ingredients, the flour, the eggs, the sugar. It holds every last bit of data from your camera's sensor, which gives you the maximum freedom in editing to bake that image exactly how you imagined it. Next up, we've got high dynamic range, or HDR. See, a camera sensor just can't capture the huge range of light that our eyes can. It struggles with scenes that have super bright spots and really deep shadows all at once. HDR is the solution. It basically blends multiple pictures together to pull out all that amazing detail from the shadows and tame the bright highlights, creating one perfectly exposed image. And finally, we have dodging and burning. This is a classic technique borrowed from the old film darkrooms, but now it's all digital. This is where you basically get to paint with light. By selectively making parts of your image a little lighter or a little darker, you become a director, subtly guiding your viewer's eye right where you want it to go and adding a ton of mood and drama. So we've got the tools and we've got the techniques, but what do they all lead to? Well, they lead to your photographic journey. Every single one of these skills exists for just one reason, to help you express your unique perspective on the world. This final quote from Tom Eng, it just perfectly captures the true potential here. Photography isn't just about making pretty pictures. It's a language. And when you learn to speak it fluently, you can share your unique way of seeing the world with other people. And that connection, it has real power. So the real question isn't about what gear you need to buy. The question is this: you have the most potent visual tool ever invented in your hands right now. What story will you tell with it?